welcome, I'm Diablo and today I'm bringing you episode number 2 of our career mode with Colchester United. If you don't know, this works really simplistically. The entire season split into 2 episodes. If you saw episode 1, you would have seen that we are sitting proudly second in the table, which is fantastic. But this will be the final part of the season. Where will we finish? Will we get promotion? Will we go up by the playoffs? Who knows? It's going to be exciting to find out. But it's Kenlock into Mitchell, Mitchell into Noobs, Noobs back to Mitchell, and Mitchell with the shot. It looked like it crossed the line, but it didn't. Unfortunate opportunity there. Really good play, but we're not taking our chances, which is just not acceptable. We really got to start taking our chances. As you can see, we are playing Sutton United, and we are actually playing away games, something we didn't do very much in the first episode. We didn't play many away games, but we've got a few away games today, which is fantastic, and a few against teams that we should have beaten them, or teams that absolutely battered us. But it will be Hells, Bells, Pels into Sears, and Searsy would put that ball wide. Again, another fantastic opportunity, just wasted, which is really not acceptable. From the resulting corner, the ball will come out to Eastman. He will knock it onto Searsy. Searsy knocks it into Kent. Kent into Hells, Bells, Pels with a beautiful shot into the right hand corner, and that will give us a deserved 1-0 lead. We should have been 2 or 3 up at this point, but we weren't, unfortunately. Playing the better football, and I would probably say this is one of the only games I felt that we absolutely dominated our opposition, as we concede a really sloppy goal. Poor marking at the front post there to allow the Sutton United player to get in front and have a simplistic header. King George just couldn't do anything about that, but Searsy knocking it into Noobs. Noobs back into Searsy. Searsy open up the afterburners into the box. Defenders holding him back, but Searsy shrugs him off and slots the ball home. Fantastic finish by Searsy. Great strength shown by the man. Absolutely brilliant. I wish he'd do that more often, but he doesn't. And then we spy the name Smith, and you know it's going to cause us problems. Sutton on the attack. Ball into Smith, into Wyatt, but King George with the strong hand to keep the ball out and keep the scoreline at 2-1. What a massive save at a crucial point of the game. Unbelievable. Well played, King George, but Smith again causing us problems. Feeds the ball back inside, receives the ball back, and of course we are haunted by Smith again. So what do we need to do? Bring a player in who can score goals. It's that simple. We need someone to bury the ball in the back of the net. We're going to go to Bristol City. We're going to have a little snout at this young man called Bell. He looks really promising. Hopefully a player that we might be able to pick up if everything works out. But we don't have the money to really go and spend out on an actual player. So taking him in on a loan, splitting the wages 70-30 is quite satisfactory. If he can deliver the goods, that will be the deciding factor. It could turn out to be a complete and utter failure, but we will have to wait and see, as we are now away to Salford, and we start off like a house on fire. Hells, Bells, Pels into Noobs, into Mitchell, one touch on his left foot, bang with the second touch into the far corner. Unbelievable finish. Honestly, this boy, he is just improving at such a rate of knots. He is phenomenal. Great ball by Noobs into Searsy, and again we're really going to rue missed chances like that. Really not acceptable. Poor finishing as Salford on the attack. Hunter knocks the ball in deep. Great header by Henderson, and of course it goes in the back of the net, and we're made to rue our missed opportunities. And again, another Smith. We are truly haunted by Smith. Smith on the ball. Please go away, Smith. Smith with the shot, but King George with the save, thankfully. Too many Smiths in League 2. Really is haunting us. Great ball from Chills into Frankie Noobs, and he slots the ball home. The ball by Chills was absolutely delightful, and one thing I can say, I'm impressed with Noobs' improved celebration. None of that namby-pamby stuff. This time he leaps over the flag. Didn't realise he could jump that high. Why he doesn't do it during the game, I do not know, because he'd win more headers. But this is a beautiful ball. Great run from the tank Noobs, and a hell of a finish, giving the Salford keeper no chance whatsoever, and that would wrap up the game, which was fully deserved. And we will move straight on to Leyton Orient away. My favourite away day is Leyton Orient away. I really do like a day out at Leyton Orient. It's fantastic. And after the game we had against them, We need to win, and Mitchell, 52 minutes in, slams the ball home in what can only be described as a really poor, disappointing game. It was a shambolic game. There was no flow to it. It was awful to play in. We managed to win it. We've got our revenge. I will settle for a 1-0 victory after getting absolutely battered by Leyton Orient 6-1. That was not an enjoyable game to be part of, as we are away to Mansfield. We are playing plenty of away games in this episode, which is fantastic, but we are punished in the 5th minute of the game. Poor defending. What are our defenders doing? Literally, Kent pulls himself out of position. Lam hasn't moved across. The striker's got so much time and space, slots the ball home quite simply, and it's just not acceptable. But Gav Mass into Chills into Bell with his first opportunity. No, it wasn't his first opportunity. I think he'd played 3 or 4 games by now, but he is a remarkable young man. He's got an eye for goal. He feels great. He looks great on the pitch. He's always running, always harrying, always chasing down. He's deceptively stronger than what he looks. And as I say, he's got an eye for goal. He points to the spot he wants the ball. Chills delivers, and Bell, well, we've got Pell and Bell, which is fantastic combination as Kent gives the ball away to Longstaff. Really disappointing. Into the box. King George comes out. Could have been a penalty, but no, it's going to go out for the corner. Great save from George. Great closing down from George. The resulting corner comes in, and bang. What is King George doing? I think he needs to be removed from the throne. Absolutely poor goalkeeping. Ridiculous goalkeeping. The replay just confuses me even more. I'm not sure what he's actually thinking when he dives. It's almost as if... I don't know. I just truly don't know. Great ball in, can't argue that. Great header, but he's got to be saving that. That is ridiculous goalkeeping. That is so poor from someone who has been absolutely magnificent for the entirety of the season. You know, the odd mistake here or there, that for me is an absolute clanger of an error. Ridiculous. Giving Mansfield a 2-1 lead, but Mass into Pell. Pell drifts the ball into Brendo. Sticks out wide into Kenlock. Back into Breno. Breno into Pell. Pell into Chills. Chills into the top corner. What a finish from this young man. He is an absolute talent as well. We are quite lucky to have a few good young players coming through, and Chills is fantastic. He can pick a pass, he can play a pass, he's got a good engine on him, and he can also finish, which is nice. He does need to score more goals, he does need to get a greater involvement. Consistency is the key issue for Chills, but that will come with time and experience as our dapper gaffer gives him our deserved round of applause and has us back level at 2-2. But Mansfield would come straight back. Murphy puts the ball out wide into Hewitt, back to Murphy, time, space, goal, 3-2 Mansfield. 5 goals in the first half already, and again I've got to say, what is King George doing? What is King George doing? Poor goalkeeping, absolutely poor goalkeeping. Second half, 56 minutes in, Lord Moncur into Hell, Bells, Pell into Lord Moncur, back into the game, 3-3 after 57 minutes. You've got to love Lord Moncur. When he gets involved, we seem to do extremely well. And Super Sammy Smodics drifts the ball out to the left-hand side. Chills, cuts back inside, knocks it into Lord Moncur. 4-3 to the mighty Colu. This is what we love to see. This is one hell of a game of football. 75 minutes gone. Mansfield 3, Colchester United 4. An absolute banger of a 7-goal thriller. Beautiful run by Moncur. Great run by Moncur, holding that little bit at the end, and then he had the coolness and calmness to get the finish. As Murphy has a great shot, but King George makes up for his earlier error with a fantastic save. But Mansfield would keep coming at us. 86 minutes into the game, Murphy with a delightful ball into John Jules, has the shot, hits the post, rebound comes out. Aikens would make it 4-4 in the 87th minute. 8-goal thriller at Mansfield. Can't really blame King George for that one, to be honest. It was unfortunate, really unfortunate, but Moncur knocks it into Bell, Super Sammy Smodics, Bells, Bell wins it with the very last kick of the game. 5-4 to Colchester United, 9-goal thriller. What a game, the game of the season without a shadow of a doubt. It was literally end to end. I probably could have made a video just on this game alone. It was monumental, and the absolute relief when Pell smashed that in was just fantastic. It reminds me why I love career mode. Absolutely, that feeling, that moment, that joy was absolutely fantastic. And finally, we started to take some chances, but Atkins, I've got to say, was an absolute pain in the back doors all game. He deserved his hat-trick, and he got it. So you're thinking signings? No, contract renewals. We've just signed Gabs to a contract extension. He can now walk. He's had his prosthetic legs fitted. No, I'm joking, he's totally fine. He's up, he's walking, he's going to start light training, which is fantastic. So we nailed him into the boardroom and got him to sign a contract extension. Same with Gilbs, been out for 7 months as well. He was out 4 games before Gabs. He's been out for 7 months with an ACL injury. We've got him tied down for a long-term contract. And of course, Chills, young player. We need to keep him. He's worth a few squid, but we don't want the money. We want to keep him at the club, and hopefully he can take us to the promised land. That is, of course, the Premier League. And the big game at home against Bradford. If you remember, against Bradford we drew. Theo Robinson was an absolute nightmare for us. But we have an opportunity to secure promotion in some way or form to League One and take that first step towards the promised land. Now, can you guess who has got their own little tifo in the background? Is it Frankie Kent? Or is it Bell? Who knows? 6 minutes in, Kenlock, left hand side. Great cross in, into Bell! And just over. Unlucky. And the gaffer's looking dapper again. Do love that suit. Scales, left hand side. Pulls the ball back. Bradford on the attack. Into Cook. Great opportunity, but wasted by Bradford. Really poorly executed there. Theo Robinson was in plenty of space. And speaking of Theo Robinson, he's got time. He knocks the ball back to Watt. Into Theo. Theo puts the ball out to left hand side to Scales. Into Watt. Into Robinson. But King George! Absolutely magnificent goalkeeping by the big man King George as Noobs picks the ball up, plays it out to left hand side, into Kenlock, Kenlock with the ball back, into Bell, has the first time shot, saved by the goalkeeper, but Bell follows it up. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Not sure what the keeper done there. The opportunity just came, it didn't even look like Bell got a decent connection on it, but we will take the goal any which way it comes. Fantastic finish by the young man. He was astute enough to follow up as we have a look at the goal again. Great ball by Kenlock. Plenty of time and space. Oh, it comes off his left knee. That absolutely bewilders the goalkeeper, who nearly dived past the ball, and then he gets the simplistic follow-up off his knee. This boy is fantastic. He's been a revelation since coming to the club. But what? Into Theo Robinson, and a great save again by King George, really keeping us in the game. Bradford are not giving up without a fight, absolutely coming at us 10 to the dozen. They have been a fantastic side to play against. We've had some good battles against them. The 1-1 earlier in the season. Again, Theo Robinson with a great opportunity, but King George is not going to be dethroned today. The man is absolutely legendary. He's got to be in with a shout of player of the season. For me, probably it's between him and Mitchell, but he has been absolutely monumental. Bell picks the ball up, so much time, so much space, spies Mitchell on the overlap, Mitchell into the bottom left corner, and surely that has sealed victory, and surely that is given us step one towards the promised land. But Bradford back on the attack, left hand side. What was Kane Vincent Young doing? Got absolutely sold a kipper. Cook into Evans, great shot, and again King George. What a goalkeeper! What a goalkeeper! Fantastic save. Mitchell knocks it into Bell. Bell plays the ball into Hells. Pels. Great little back heel into Bell. Oh my God, what a finish from Bell. 3-0 to the mighty Col U. We have absolutely run them ragged. We have been extremely lucky. I'm not going to lie. King George has single-handedly kept us in the game with some outstanding and outrageous goalkeeping. But a great ball from Bell into Bell, and Bell with that sniper of a right foot connects beautifully. Defender. I'll be having a word with him as he ducks out of the way of the ball, probably too scared to get hit. But the last few moments of the game, can we hold on, or will we capitulate and draw 3-3. Of course not. We're not going to capitulate. We're not going to draw. We are going to go to League One as champions of the league. Yes, we won the league title. One of the proudest moments in my managerial career. Filippo Bonaberti in season 1 delivers silverware, which is fantastic, absolutely fantastic, completely and utterly deserved. Great management, and it really does bring back the memories of FIFA 13. It really does, when we won our first trophy with West Ham, when Bonaperti was so crucial in winning that title, and he's done the same for Colchester. He's been so crucial in leading the boys to glory. As Lam, the free transfer, the Finnish international centre-back. A free transfer, what a free transfer signing he was. Absolutely fantastic signing, and bringing in Bell at the crucial point. Bonaperti is just an absolute amazing manager. He's got King George playing some of the best football I think he's ever thought. He could even play himself. He's an outrageous goalkeeper. Absolutely outrageous. A couple of errors during the season, which he's a goalkeeper you expect to happen, but apart from that, he has been phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, as the boys are going to be loving it up tonight. And Bell comes to me and he's hoping he can make a permanent move to the club, and I'm not surprised because we are the pride of Essex. That is the league table, that's how it will finish. We managed to win the league title, which is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Sutton in second place, Barrow, Vale slipped all the way down to 4th from 1st, Northampton, Orient, Forest and Rochdale would see the top 8. But 25 wins, 12 draws, 9 losses, scored 80 goals. It's just, ooh, fantastic, what a season. And looking at the leading goal scorers, when you see Gabs, 13 goals from 22 games, how many could he have scored if he played the entire season? The Tank Noobs with 12 goals as well. We also see Bell, he played 17 games and netted 12 times for us, which is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. But it just raises the question, would we have needed to bring Bell in if Gabs had stayed fit? And looking at the assists, Noobs and Lord Moncur up there, even Brendo's in there. It's fantastic, even Kane Vincent Young's in there. It's ridiculous, the team is just monumental, but Gabs could have been the key. But at the end of the day, we've done what we needed to do. And 18 clean sheets from 46 matches from King George. He rightfully has the name King George because he has played like an absolute legend. Hopefully you've enjoyed season 1. Hopefully you will join me for season 2 in League 1. And the question is, can we get promoted at the first time of asking from League 1 to the Championship? So as normal, I will catch you next time.